All right, we got everything trimmed up, glued down. We got the handle fitting here, and the reason, like I said, we left this here is although the trim is probably going to come right up to the edge of the flange of the handle, just in case it doesn't, we didn't want to piece that in there. And because it's real thin, you know, we had to take the thickness of the wood out because the handle just wouldn't feed through there, right? But it will feed through with just that piece of tin there. It's really, really tight. I didn't have to hit it before. There we go. Bingo. And so now what we're going to do is spray a little glue on this piece of wood. We'll take this back out and spray some glue on the back side of this piece of tin. And this is the piece we cut out. We're going to glue that in. We're going to glue it right in there. So it just adds that little bit more strength, right? Then we'll flip it over and we'll put the underlayment. The underlayment is literally just going to be cut out like the tin was. Just a rough hole because the handle is going to draw this all together. In our instance, our door was about, we'll just round up, inch and a half thick. Our door was the correct thickness for the handle. In a lot of videos, you see of guys doing this to their utility trailer because we're rebuilding the door, but we're rebuilding it with the same trim, so it's to the same dimension, the same thickness. A lot of guys have to add a spacer or more wood on the inside because once they get the handle flush out here, sealed up for the weather, it's still protruding through the door. Now, right now, I don't have my extra, what is that? Well, I told you yesterday it was metric, and I meant it. It really is metric. Let's set this to millimeters. We're at 0. Go to millimeter, and this is metric. It's, I think it's 5, is it 5 millimeter? Let's grab a piece here. 5.5 millimeter. 6 millimeter, 5.5 millimeter, which is, now let's see, we'll go to almost a quarter inch, right? So all together, when I get that underlayment on here, I'll measure the whole thickness and we'll compare it to the number, which we know is 140, 1.40 is the inside dimension of this here. And we got to go back to 0 real quick. Hang on. Bear with me. I think the stop is a little tight. This thing's real hard to move. 1.399. So 1.4. So we're just under half an inch, or a metric half inch, right? So, like I said, that door handle is made for an 1.5 inch thick door. And most utility trailer doors are not nearly that thick. Like I said, these rear doors, I think the outside dimension of the U-channel is 1.25 inches. It's 1/8 inch thick. So inside is only with the tin, the wood, and the underlayment on the inside of the door that we put the stain and clear on. That whole package is only 1 inch thick. So the side door is a little thicker. Worked out good for us. Cheap trailer. U.S. Cargo is the cheapest brand, I think, on the market. At least it was when we bought ours back in 92, 3, 4 when we got them. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue that up. Then we'll flip it over. I'm going to get the underlayment stuff fit, and then I'll bring you back. I'll probably have the underlayment stuff glued down and may even use some decorative screws. I got some large head screws. Like we used on the door here to hold the trim on, which we'll probably use on the other trim as well. These are self-tappers, actually. They drill and tap. But we'll probably use those on the inside because we're using pieces. If it was all one solid piece, we'd just glue it down with the liquid nail stuff and call it done. But because we're going to piece it together, because we're using everything we got, we're not spending any extra money on this door. This is all stuff we bought when we did the rear doors, right? So we get this thing at least the 3 sides on and get this square laid out here. We're going to have to cut the width of this here, here and just that little tiny rectangle, right? Just this little tiny rectangle here in this channel, right in here in the right spot. Then we're going to go ahead and put our little strike, or little plate over top. We have a strike plate as well here somewhere. I'm not sure if we're going to use it though, because I don't think we're going to need it. We should be close enough to the door jamb, but if we're not close enough, if the gap is too big, we can use that little strike plate, which gives us even more, a little bit more. So that's it, just plugging away out here. Rich is done for the day. He's cooked. He put everything back. He cleaned up the frame a little bit over here. Making some progress. It's all good. It's all good. Trying to get through this today, though. Oh, look at him. He heard me. He heard that he was on the camera. So we'll bring you some more in a bit. Peace out, folks. God bless.